This is going to be like the guitar show Jimi Hendrix Day, because I've just uploaded another Hendrix video which you might be interested in watching, all about his guitars. Let's talk a little bit about his style, and especially sort of how it's influenced my own playing. So when I was like 15, I was listening exclusively to the Kinks. I had every single Kinks album, including their first one, all on vinyl. And then I wanted to learn guitar because it's a natural progression. You listen to the Kinks, you want to play guitar, you want to play, So you'd be listening to the Kinks and then you want to play guitar. So the natural progression would be to ask your mum who's the best guitar player in the world. And my mum very wisely told me it was Jimi Hendrix, so thanks mum. So then I went to proceed to listen to Jimi Hendrix for 6 months exclusively. I read the book by Charles Shaar Murray. It's a great biography, check it out. I think it's called Are You Experienced? I'm kind of friends with Charles Shaar Murray on Facebook, so maybe I can find out the exact name and put it in the comments. But I read that book, I lived and breathed Jimi Hendrix on the guitar for 6 months, and I never really learnt his stuff note for note. I just kind of listened a lot to his music and kind of try to channel his vibe, Another thing is, just talking about the technicalities of guitar, I string my guitar to an E tuning and I use 11s, so my strings are pretty tight. His were kind of loose because he was playing 10s and he had a very skinny bottom on the guitar. I think it was a 28, I think it was a 22, I mean you can tell me in the comments what it is, but it wasn't a heavy gauge, but it was a 10 on top. And of course as well the guitar is the other way around, so it's kind of, I guess it's a weird way of playing, because even the tremolo is the other way around, and Hendrix could have got a left-handed Strat quite easily, but he didn't want to because he was just kind of used to doing that. And also visually it's a little bit unique. So I think he liked the image of having a guitar upside down. It looked really cool. So with that said, I'm going to show you a few things that I kind of took away from my Hendrix sort of exploration many years ago. So first thing I learned was Hey Joe, and it goes like this. Put a bit of fuzz on. Okay, so this is kind of like a rough estimation because I'm sure you guys can play Hendrix a lot better than I can, but again, a song like When Cries Mary, it's kind of really soft. So, when you're playing Hendrix, it's really about the groove, it's thinking about the groove, being soft, not smashing the guitar, smashing it when you have to. But a lot of it is, you're not strumming hard. Because even when you come onto the fuzz, you're kind of like, you're really thinking about the rhythm and playing in time and playing with a good groove. you know, and I think Hendrix got all that from his R&B days, you know, backing up, you know, other singers like King Curtis and Little Richard, you know, just playing all those sort of figures. You know, playing all these kind of R&B sort of things. So, and he kind of brought that along to his kind of rock playing. So that's really, really important, especially, you know, just trying to create a groove. Another thing with Hey Joe, if you're just going to play the chords straight. Hey Joe, where you going with that gun in your hand? You know, tap your foot, just really keep on the ball. Hey Joe, where you going with that gun in your hand? So that's really, you know, just, you can't see, but I'm kind of tapping my foot. Then you can proceed to putting in a fill. Because you're really solid on the rhythm. And then when you come to the turnaround, you've got some spaces to put like a lick, so you can kind of go. Play the E. And the trick is really coming back onto that C on the first beat of the bar. Show you again. So you know, you're hitting those kind of root notes. I think that's what he did quite a bit, which is, you know, play a root note and then strum the chords, you know. You know, so that's, if you can kind of do that, just, you know, and then just think about the rhythms. I mean, Hendrix had a brilliant right hand. So, for example, he did a version of Killing Floor, and he kind of went something like. As well, the song Testify, as well, had a great kind of rhythm. You know, so all these kind of things is really develop your right hand with the rhythm. So a song like Little Wing is really dependent on timing. You know, I see a lot of people kind of play the intro and play it better than I do, but they don't play it in time, you know, they're not aware of the tempo. So, you know, tap your foot. So you can see that I'm really concentrating, I'm tapping my foot, I'm really trying to play that in time with that pulse, you know. So when you come to soloing and playing the chords as well, you can see E minor to G, A, back to E, bridge lick, pentatonic B minor, so that you can see there that, you know, the whole time I'm playing little licks and I'm playing the chords and I'm keeping everything in time by tapping my foot. And that was really the artistry that Jimi Hendrix brought forth. So that's something, you know, you really want to work on. It might not come to you straight away, but that's kind of what I've taken from Jimi Hendrix's playing. And then really with the fuzz, the whole, you know, a lot of people like to rock out. If you think about his fuzz stuff, it was really on the money. It was, you know, his performance of Voodoo Child, I think there's a few takes of that, and both of them are spot on, you know, or 3 takes. And time-wise, they're just amazing, and no mistakes, you know, because he had a real strong sense of the rhythmic sort of quality of music, and really just coming back on that first beat at the bar, you know, really knowing where he was very aware of the beat. I'll give you an example. So I haven't played Voodoo Child for a long time, but I probably really suck at this, but anyway, let's see. Okay, so you know I really need to probably get more into sort of the channel myself into it, but you can see that you're thinking about that tempo. You know, you think about the tempo in music, and if you have that going through your mind and through your body, you're going to play in time. You're going to, you know, those kind of licks. You know, you really think about the timing and that riff, coming back to that riff on the first beat of the bar. So hopefully this has given you a little bit of an insight into Jimi Hendrix and how what I've got from Jimi Hendrix's playing. He was an amazing player, and you know, he was probably one of the greatest, you know, along with Django Reinhardt, Wes Montgomery, you know, all those guys, Charlie Christian, I could name Segovia, Paco de la Cia, you know, who was one of the greats. And you know, you've got to study all the greats, a little bit from all the greats. And I think from Hendrix, you know, that whole sort of, a lot of people focus on his kind of sounds and like the crazy sounds he got. But have a listen to the rhythm. His rhythm was really impeccable, and that's what I took from him. It was the way he would play a chord, play a little fill, and then come back onto the first beat of the bar. And he was just really amazing at that. So hope you've enjoyed this. Leave some comments. We can discuss this, and we're going to do some new videos soon. Take care. See you soon.